Hey ladies, in today's video I'm going to be showing you my process of doing small knotless braids on myself. My parts in the back aren't straight as I would like them to be because I didn't have a mirror to look at the back of my head. This is the hair I'm using today. I bought 3 packs of this but only end up using 2. I'm using this braid gel, a rat tail comb, and a clip to hold the hair in place. Before I started braiding, I started by sectioning my whole head into 3 sections, 2 in the front and 1 in the back. Then I started in the back and I part the hair row by row. I take that edge gel, I apply that to the root of that piece of hair that I'm getting ready to braid. I smooth that down and then I start braiding. To start the braid, I take my real hair, divide it into 3 sections, then start to braid that down. I braid down about twice and then I begin to add in the hair. I wanted my hair to be really lightweight, not heavy at all, so I'm only feeding in 4 very small pieces of hair to each braid. How I feed in my hair is after I plait my hair 2 times, I take a piece of hair and I feed it in from my right side up under my 2 fingers. And then I just start plaiting. And I do that. I take 3 pieces of hair at the top. I feed those in and then I braid down maybe about 2 to 3 inches and then I feed in the 4th piece. I just keep braiding until it's the length I want, leaving a little bit loose on the end. And where I stop braiding, I make a small knot by taking a small piece of hair, wrapping it right around that part where I stop braiding at, and make just a little tiny knot so the braid doesn't come loose. And this is how it's looking so far, just a couple hours in, because I did start off really slow. Now just giving you a little lip check. I've changed my shirt and everything, and now we're going to start back, finishing up the back of this hair. So now I'm just parting out my hair, parting out the piece that I'm going to be working with. Then I take my braid gel and I apply a good bit of that to the root of that piece of hair and smooth it down with the rat tail comb. After I smooth that down, I take my hair and divide it into 3 sections. Go ahead and plait that down about 2 times. I start feeding in the hair. I take 1 piece of hair, feed that in. I do it from my right side. I add it to the bottom, putting it between my pointer finger and my thumb. And then I do the same thing with the other 2 pieces of hair. So I feed in 3 pieces of hair at the top of the plait down about 2 inches, and then I add the 4th piece. And I'm going to show me repeating this process so many times, so if you're a visual learner like me, just watch. I love doing my hair myself at home because I can be so impatient at times, and with me doing it myself, I can take as many breaks as I need. I can stop, I can take a nap, I can go eat or do whatever because I'm doing it myself. And here's a close-up of how I feed the hair in and do the braid. And now I'm halfway done. I'm completely done with the back. This is the progress. I forgot to time myself, but I want to say the back took me about 6 hours to do. Now I'm starting on the front, and to me the front is so much easier because I can see what I'm doing. I'm still doing the same technique with the front, parting the hair, applying the braid gel to the root. I'm feeding in 3 pieces of hair at the top, and then about 2 inches down I feed in the 4th piece, and I do that until I finish my head. Here I'm showing you a close-up of how I make that knot at the end. And this is my progress so far with about 3/4 of my head done. We're almost there. So far, I think we were probably about 9 hours in, not including the breaks. I'm braiding my own hair. I have to take braids and switch locations. See, this is my 3rd or 4th location that I've been in the house since I've been braiding my hair. And I'm always sitting, going from sitting to standing. See, this is why I have to do it myself, because I have to be able to move around. Okay, now I'm just gonna let you watch for a bit. And with the braids on the perimeter, like the hairline braids, the ones in the front, like the one I'm doing right now, make sure that you braid that towards the back. So when you get the hair in, plait it towards the back, because if you plait it towards your face, that piece of hair is going to keep swinging in your face and it's going to be so uncomfortable. So make sure when you're plaiting that, you hold your arms towards the back while you're plaiting it. And this is the size hair that I've been using throughout my whole head. I definitely should have showed you this at the beginning, but here we are. Now I'm down to the last 2 braids. I'm finishing those 2 braids up and then the finishing touches. Once I'm done with all the braids, I'm going to dip the ends of the hair in hot water. I warmed a cup of water in the microwave for about 5 minutes. I divide my hair into 4 sections and then I dip it section by section, leaving it in the water for about 10 seconds. To me, dipping it in hot water helps seal the ends and make them look a lot neater. And here's what my braids are looking like once I've dipped them in the hot water. Next, you want to go in with the foam or mousse. I'm going to be using the Lotta body foam. And applying a foam or mousse usually helps tame frizz, reduce flyaways, and gives it a more polished look. I apply a whole lot of foam and then I rub it in until you can't see it anymore. Now that I'm done applying my foam, I have that all rubbed in. I'm going to go in with some oil on my scalp. And for my oil, I'm using this black castor oil by Jamaican Mango and Lime. I'm applying that all over my scalp, making sure not to forget my edges. Now my hair is all done. In total, it took about 12 hours, I think. Hope this tutorial was helpful. Let me know if you have any questions about anything in the comments. Do you do your own hair, or do you prefer to go to a salon? Let me know. Links to everything I use will be in the description box below. Thank you so much, ladies, for watching and supporting my channel, and I'll see you in the next video.